Hey, Deane here again. Today's tip of the week. I'm going to talk about ground balls and how important ground balls are to playing the game of lacrosse. Myself as a player who played professionally for a very long time, it's a skill set that's not focused on a lot these days. A lot of kids want to score the most goals. A lot of kids want to get, in the paper to have the most assists. All right, a lot of kids want to just be in the glory. Ground balls allowed me to get on any team I ever wanted to be on. I always strived to be the best ground ball guy on any team I played on. All right, and every time I took the field, I wanted to be the guy that came out of the game with the most ground balls. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is how to pick up ground balls with a long pole. Part of the problem with youth lacrosse players, high school lacrosse players, you also see it with some college lacrosse players. All right, when you're using a deep pole to pick up a ground ball, the first and most important thing, all right, is we never want to have our stick out to the side when we're running after the ball. We always want to have our stick out in front of us. All right, so a lot of times you'll see defensemen run up the field like this or run up the field after the ball like this. We always want our stick out in front when we're going after the ball, and we want our stick low to the ground. All right, that's a very, very, very important aspect when we're competing and chasing after a ground ball. So if I'm starting off the wing of the face-off, all right, my stick is always out in front of me. If I'm just going after a ground ball, my stick is out in front of me, low to the ground. I'm never gonna run like this, all right, when I'm a deep pole, okay? Next things, all right, when I'm about to go chase after the ball, it's very, very, very important. As a deep pole, I use my full length of the stick. All right, I'm never going to choke up to pick up a ground ball unless I'm right over top of the ball. All right, one of the advantages of having 6 feet right here is that I can reach out to the ball, all right, and use my length to get out past a short stick, all right, and control the ball with my long pole. All right, so reach out, use the length of the stick, don't choke up. Okay, now, all right, when I go to pick up the ball, this is probably the most important thing I'm going to talk about. All right, we always want to get a low cradle in, okay? A low cradle allows me to control a ball. Many times when you see youth kids, high school kids, college kids, they pick up ground balls, all right, they bring their stick all the way up here, all right? You're immediately going to get checked. Or you see kids, all right, go right like this. That's not controlling the ball. When I do a low cradle, it's very important to remember that we use our bottom hand, not our top hand. I'll repeat that again. Our bottom hand or not our top hand. All right, so when I use my bottom hand, all right, that allows me to control the ball, all right, in a low area, all right, and then get it out, all right, where someone cannot check the ball away from me. All right, so again, if you look at a low cradle looks like this, all right? Every time I pick up a ground ball, all right, when I play, I'm always low cradling. Now notice how I'm using my bottom hand, all right, not my top hand. When I use my top hand, it's gonna bring the stick too high. All right, so use your bottom hand to pick up the ball, keep it low to the ground, and then once you get out of pressure, you can make your decision on what you wanna do, whether it's pass or run down the field. Another big thing is when I'm picking up ground balls with a deep pole, all right, is that I wanna make sure, all right, that I keep my stick out in front of me after I control the ball, okay? So I get a nice low cradle in, all right? After a couple steps, I can choke up and I keep my stick out in front of me, all right? Too many kids that pick up the ball, all right, pick it up, and then they immediately bring their stick to your side. All right, if you think about it as a defenseman, I play defense with my stick out in front of me. I pick up ground balls with my stick out in front of me. I run down the field with my stick out in front of me. And sometimes I shoot and I pass with my stick out in front of me. So 90% of the time when you have the ball on your stick, all right, or you're using a deep pole, your stick's gonna be out in front of you. So it's extremely important, all right, that when you pick up a ground ball, secure it with the low cradle, you keep it out in front of you as you're running down the field, all right? Now moving on to the short stick. All right, short stick's a little bit different, all right? But a couple of the same concepts apply when you're using a short stick as compared to a long pole, all right? Again, when I'm running after a ground ball, too many kids run with their stick to their side. When I'm running after a ground ball, I want to run with my head in front of me, be low to the ground. Extremely important, not here, right here. Now, when I go up to pick a ground ball, all right, I want to be in something what we call the power position. I'm not going to be in the loaded position. I'm going to be in the power position. All right, this is going to allow me to control the ball if a hard check is coming right down on my hands. All right, when I pick up the ball, this is when I do use a top hand cradle. All right, I use a top hand cradle, all right, and I bring it right up to my chest to secure the ball so no one can get it. All right, notice when I pick this up that I'm picking up the ball, comes right to my chest. I'm not bringing my stick to my side. This is immediately when you're gonna get checked. You bring your stick right up to your chest, you run down the field once again with your stick out in front of you, all right? Too many kids will pick up a ground ball, bring it right here, checked right away. All right, not good for success. So, retract, go through. When I'm running after a ground ball, always want to keep my stick in front of me, whether I'm using a short pull or a long pull. All right. Number 2, when I'm running after a ground ball, I want to keep my stick low to the ground, not high, low to the ground. Number 3, when I pick up a ground ball, all right, I want to use a top hand cradle. All right, when I'm using a short stick, I want to use a bottom hand cradle when I'm using a long pull. All right, make sure to work on that. And number 4, when you pick up a ground ball with a short stick, you bring it to your chest and you keep it out in front of you. When you're picking up a ground ball, all right, with a long pull, all right, you're going to get a low cradle with the bottom hand, all right, and keep it low out in front of you until you get to safety. Keep it out in front of you as you run down the field. I hope this helps you. All right, like I said, if you can be the best ground ball guy on your team, you're gonna be on any team you ever wanna be on. Go home, if you're a long pole, work on your bottom hand low cradles. All right, if you're a short stick, all right, pick up your short stick, all right, and just work on bringing your stick and bringing it up tight to the chest and keeping it in front of you, okay? Again, being able to pick up ground balls will make sure you're on any team you ever want to be on.